Hello and welcome. It is Sunday, 11 January 2026, and I am setting up for the Censorship Sucks Roundtable Radio Show Sunday edition. I am going to get everybody up and rolling here in just a minute. Thank you for your patience. Let me bring up John and the crew. Where is Doc?
Hello.
Hello, hello, hello. How are you?
Good, how are you?
So far, so good.
Hello.
All right, we got Doc in the house.
How goes the battle, gentlemen?
It's a going. How about you?
Oh, I'm alive. Can't complain about that. Too much anyway. Nobody listens.
Yeah. Still working on getting all the bells and whistles up and rolling.
For sure.
You know the wishes. Our stream going all over. And yeah.
Let's see here what we're doing.
Share the old cast over to the mines. There we go. I always like to share it on my feed when we go live.
Yeah.
Nice. Accept.
Did you guys happen to see before you got on there was some sort of ramming incident at one of the bunch of flag? There was a flag waving event. A bunch of Iranian people were out waving their old Iranian flag, and some dude in a U-Haul truck came up and tried to plow through the whole thing.
Yeah.
I just saw that before I came on. I was like, "Oh, great, awesome." I'm not going to talk about it, during the radio show, but it was just one of those things. Like, of course.
Yeah. Boy, talk about the right side of history, man. You definitely want to side with the Ayatollahs in Iran. Over the
Yes.
people. I mean, boy.
Ayatollah.
Yeah. What did you do to stop the overthrow of the Ayatollahs in Iran?
Me?
I went on Facebook and called Trump a Hitler, a king.
Yes.
Dude, they're doing some brave stuff over there. That's really cool. I'm looking forward to talking about that, actually.
Well, I'm concerned that it may be coming to an end before anything happens. At least that's the reports that I'm getting. But we'll see. I'm one of those people that I wait and see until I know for sure that what I'm hearing is confirmed. But I hear that they stopped him at one of the cities, and that kind of petered out. I mean, but that's the internet's still not up and working, so we have no idea really.
Yeah, I did see a fleet of Starlink satellites going over the sky there. I don't know if you saw that image.
Yeah,
cool.
I mean, Elon does his best to try to ensure that whatever's going on the ground can still be reported. I at least appreciate that. I mean, he could just be like every other billionaire and just out for himself and money, but at least he tries to make sure the world knows what's going on.
Yeah.
I'm super excited for his space rockets, though. I want to see people go to Mars in my lifetime. I'm sure plenty of them are going to die, but like, I just want to see people make the attempt to be colonizers on Mars in my lifetime. That would be awesome.
It'll probably happen.
Got my fingers crossed.
I mean,
that'd be like one of those events, like being alive during that event would be just so historically awesome. Like, it would just be a capstone on living through the historical period of life that I have.
I mean, on a smaller scale, but still just as profound. We were talking about it last week. I mean, they're like a year and a half out from colonizing the moon.
Yeah, it seems to be that's
could end up being
full speed. Yeah,
a permanent settlement there that just grows and grows through time, right?
Yeah. It's one of those things, man. Like, it's cool when the actual science fiction becomes science reality.
Yeah.
Unless you're Keir Starmer.
Well, yeah. I mean, that's true. There's always going to be evil people using it for evil. So, I mean, that's the double-edged sword of technology, right?
Uh-huh. Oh, man. That's funny. I've got like a bunch of articles up, but I don't have a lot of stories, like different storylines. You know what I mean?
Okay.
It's a lot of war and a lot of protests.
I know. I got there was a list of super awesome things that Trump just got done. Well, it wasn't him. It was RFK Jr. and some of the other guys.
Mm.
There's a list of really awesome stuff that just got done with the bond buyback. The vaccines are off the schedule. They reduced it from 82 to 11.
Mm-hmm.
So there's some good stuff to talk about as far as like positive things, which is always nice.
Yeah. I think that in there. The UA
You're breaking up,
funding
John.
for students studying in the UK. Am I?
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah, pretty bad.
I might turn my stuff on.
Now you're breaking up again.
I'm gonna turn on my Starlink. Give me a minute.
Essentially just all my pants. This is the bag from the phone. Do you want to go upstairs and grab all my old uniform pants and everything? Uniform, except for the polos.
Yeah, I'm just pulling up some of those articles of the positive stuff. So we have some good news to talk about, so we don't depress everybody with war.
Oh, there's a lot of it going on.
My God, you're breaking up.
It's well, I told you I'll turn my Starlink on, but I'm not gonna do it quite yet. So if I break up in the next 3 or 4 minutes, deal with it.
What did you say? I can't make out what you're saying.
All right. So we got the bond buyback thing, the vaccine thing. What else do we got? Positive news here. What was the other one? I can't remember the other big one. Oh yeah, Besant, the fraud investigations. That's right. Besant's going to send the fraud investigators to probe everybody. I think he said all 50 states.
Is that special prosecutor?
The
new AG.
Yeah, the assistant AG. Yep. Along with a target on all 50 states, starting, of course, with the Minnesota one. But they're going to do a whole, use the IRS combined with their other task force and just do a whole freaking thing of it's going to be crazy. So that's a positive.
Those are all my shirts.
Oh, what is this? The other? There was one more too. He did 4 really big things that can't break through the news cycle because of all the terrible news.
Yeah.
Get him, Zeus! Bite his ass!
Come on up, Blue. Inside now, Blue.
No, my shorts I need. I actually ordered those online. I keep this. Just the pants.
There was some sort of prosecution. I can't remember what it was. There was a DOJ something. I don't remember. I'm looking.
I'm having a hell of a time with BitChute tonight. I can't get it going whatsoever.
Oh, that sucks.
Yeah. I'm everywhere else, though.
Oh, that's good. That's good.
Let me switch over to... Oh, okay. You guys hear me now?
Yep.
Yeah, I can hear you now. Let's see if it breaks up.
Testing 1, 2. Anybody there?
That
Yep.
sounds good to me.
You're looking good here.
Okay. I switched over to Starlink, so...
Oh, yes. It's impressive how well Starlink works.
Yeah, well,
Yeah,
when things
yeah.
work, it's great, you know?
Yeah.
Small visitor. Hey, come here. Get in the car. Oh, you're flipping? Okay, good. Get in here. He's like, oh no. I heard him bark when I was upstairs.
Oh.
Can you wash that? Doesn't need washed. No. Small visitor.
So,
Can you wash that?
where's that thing at?
Doesn't need washed.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, he does the dark money crackdown.
Small visitor.
So, all right, well, I got 3 positive articles pulled up here that we can talk about if you want to.
Okay, yeah. I don't mind that at all. Like I say, I've got a lot of war and famine and
Famine?
disease.
Famine?
Yeah. Well, I mean, many such cases in the history of mankind, so it's not surprising that it fills up the news feed. What is the old saying? If
Yeah.
it bleeds, it leads.
Oh, yeah.
Alright. Well, we won't be on BitChute tonight. That's all. So I'm not going to play around with that no more.
Well, that's just BitChute's going to have to go to one of the other platforms then and watch us over there.
Yeah. It's usually I usually have good response over there, you know, even though people don't talk or chat, they, you know, pull it up, listen to what we got to say, you know, while we're tabbed up.
Yeah.
That's what I do with YouTube a lot of times. I mean, I might not watch what they have on there. I'll pull something up and I'll just listen to it. That's like most of the stuff that I do, even with like Odyssey and
I treat it
YouTube.
like kind of like talk radio.
Yeah,
I put on a list of things and just it's always on in the background.
Unless they have something really intriguing to show, you know. I generally don't watch it, and then, you know, if it's something that's been done before, I usually put it at like 1.5 times the speed so I can get through it.
Yeah. The only ones I really pay close attention to watching wise are my crypto videos, because they're looking at charts and doing, you know, like, oh, look at this and look at that, and you know.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, there's certain videos that you just have to watch, you know.
Yeah.
Now, Jack's getting pretty big into doing stuff like that, showing, you know, like the silver market and some, you know, Ethereum on here, because he's doing cryptozoology and cryptocurrency at the same time. It's kind of a neat concept. I don't think anybody else is doing it, but it's kind of cool. You know, the markets and that tie together with it all. So, you know.
That is interesting. That's entertaining.
Because you know, you can't go on expeditions without money, right?
That's correct. That is correct.
You know, in some trips, you know, you don't if you use like a cryptocurrency, you know, an expedition, you don't have to do the exchange rate. You know, you're already doing an exchange with it.
Oh yeah, Venezuela knows all about that. That's how they were selling their oil. They were using stable coins.
Yeah.
The government just froze a bunch of their stablecoin payments, their wallets they were using for their stablecoin payments for their oil.
Yeah, and doesn't Honduras and what's the other one? Honduras, El Salvador, and Nicaragua.
You can use Bitcoin. Yeah, you can use Bitcoin as money down in El Salvador. I'm not sure about Nicaragua. I know they had a bill up a while back, but I don't know if it ever got through their Senate. But I know El Salvador, that's like the Bitcoin hub. All the Bitcoiners love that place. Yeah. Super safe down there, apparently. From what they're saying, like people who have actually been there, like it's not just like fake propaganda. It's like legit. He turned that whole country around.
Well, yeah, and there's like a town on the beach there that's specifically like the Bitcoin central place where it's like the most accepted. Yeah, and that's the spot that's really safe. And,
yeah.
You know, they keep.
Oh, I was thinking. I don't remember being in El Salvador, but I do remember going to Honduras. I was in Tegucigalpa for about a week or two.
No.
There's
there's been a few. We've had a few excursions down into South America over the years.
No, actually, it was for a training mission for the Army and Air Force Corps of Engineers. You know, the engineers were building roads for the government.
Getting the practice of building stuff in and actually building stuff down there. That's better than blowing it up.
They did have some of that too. You know, when I was there, you have some. You know, if you got this big rock formation and you're trying to make a road through it, you got to blow it up, right?
Yeah, this is true. That is the fun part of building anything, is when you get to break the stuff. That's like when you're tearing down. Like, I used to do demo work for my brother. He was a contractor, and that was always my favorite part. I hated doing the contract work. You know, it's a lot of grueling 12-hour days, but the demo work, it's grueling, but you get to break stuff. So if you're like just tired and having a shitty day, you can just crack it open and just go to town.
Nice.
Yep. Ripping out toilets with your bare hands because you're angry, or playing frisbee with pieces of wall. You know, just fun stuff.
Yeah.
It's not as like controlled as building it up is. That's why Antifa is so good at it.
Sonia and Gary are listening to us over in YouTube.
Hello. Hello. I'm being harassed by a 8-pound chihuahua right now. It's playtime, according to him. I want to throw rats. If only you went after the real rats, Biggie. If only you went after the real rats.
Have you guys got a chance to look how I've been doing the video streams for the encores?
No, what are you doing? I haven't seen one of those in ages.
Well, you check them out, because what I do is I'm clipping out the video feed from the live, and I'm adding them in. So if you're on the, unless you're getting audio only, you will not hear the commercials and that anymore. From right after I say 3, 2, 1 and you're live, all right? I cut it off from there, and I splice ahead of it the intro. You'll hear that, and the outro, and all this stuff in between, no breaks. Okay. So when Brent comes on, they'll see Brent's face the whole time.
Cool.
Yeah.
Look at you getting fancy.
Well, I talked to quite a few people, and they said, you should try it like this. And I'm like, okay, I'm trying it like that. Because before I would just take the audio and slap it under a slideshow.
Yeah.
Okay. And yeah, the slideshows are nice and things like that, but I can't keep up with that, and keep changing it all the time, because people get tired of seeing the same slides. So it'd be
that's
better.
True.
This is probably going to work out better in the long run.
What are we going to lead with tonight?
Iran.
Okay. I figured as much.
Yeah. It's the big story nowadays. I mean, unless you're on the left, then it's all about Minneapolis and the, ICE agents that murdered that woman who was parked in her car having lunch.
Come on, you have a co-host from the upper Northwest. Of course he's liberal. I'm kidding.
We had one of our own shootings here. 2 Trende Aragua members
run
over an agent. And
I saw your police commissioner cry over that.
Yeah, that's... there was a guy who was at the ICE protest, a police officer, who got caught on a hot mic saying that he agreed with the shoot, that it was a clean shoot, and he would have shot her too. And he is now transferred out of the Portland department.
I'm sure he'll find a much happier home somewhere else.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sure.
Maybe
sure.
with ICE.
The fact that there are any cops left at all in Portland that are anywhere near good human beings is a shock to me. Over the last 5 years, they've ran any good police officer they could off the job up there. It's crazy. I mean, we have literal Antifa members on the police force in Portland.
Yeah, the governor's office, for crying out loud.
Well, that's true too. I mean, well, I think she's more of a corporate commie. I don't think she's a street commie. It's like a, you know, you have city Asians and you have jungle Asians. It's like you have corporate commies and you have street commies.
Good way to look at it.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
All right, we got a couple minutes. I'm gonna go grab one more glass of water before we kick off. I'll be right back.
Switching rooms here in a second, but yeah.
Okay.
I'll wait until you come back to do that, though. Hello and welcome everyone out there. Yeah.
All right, I'm back.
Oh boy, Alex gave Zeus a whole big bowl of chicken and rice, and man, he went to town on that.
I bet.
No wonder he's fat.
I feed my my Chihuahua. He's like 16 now. I feed him strictly just ground turkey, fried in bacon grease. That's all he eats.
Fried bacon grease.
Yeah.
That's too good for him. You just give him the fried turkey and keep the bacon grease. All right. It's like,
Nah.
that's what a good loaf of hard loaf of bread is for. You know, dunking that into the bacon. Come on now. That's the.
I use it. I don't use anything but bacon grease to cook. That's all I use to cook.
Oh man. Yeah, I want to know how cakes turn out. Then, I bet you have some awesome cakes.
Oh, I don't make the cakes.
Cakes.
That's the wife.
Yeah,
The wife does all that bacon stuff. I do like cooking it. Like
Cakes and
making the
cookies.
meats.
I want some bacon flavored cookies.
They're delicious. You've never had caramel salted bacon topped cookies?
Oh yeah,
so good, so
it
good.
is. It's so good.
Sounds good.
Mhm.
Yeah, they that company Crumble Cookies started out here, and they have some crazy blends that you can get every once in a while. I mean, some of them are just your standard like sugar, but then you get the ones with the bacon and
All right,
salted
fellas,
caramel.
we're close enough. I am.
Oh yeah, shit. We're late.
Nah. All right. Let me get everything rolling here on the radio side, and I'll hang this up and boom, and get them back up and running like the devil. Oh, that's right. We don't have Barry in tonight. It's Doc. One. Where'd Doc go? Alrighty.
Okay. Wow, I have such better audio in this room.
Yep.
It's like twice as loud.
Let me, there we go. I had to put us back up on the old OBS. Do, 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 do.
It's like I always have a couple really stubborn sites every week. It's really weird. I don't get it.
Okay, you got 30 seconds.
I go to open 30 tabs and like there'll always be like one or two that just don't want to play. Oh gosh. Trying to think how to group all this stuff together, man.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and you are live and on the radio side right now.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Censorship Sucks Roundtable Radio Show, Sunday night edition for January 11th, 2026. With me tonight, we've got Doc in the house. What's going on, Doc?
Not too much. Trying to survive the Communist Republic of Oregon as usual.
How's that going for you?
So far, so good. So far, so good.
I'll tell you, you got to look overseas, man. Iran is really showing the world how it's done, you know? It's kind of amazing. This always seems to happen every decade or so, you know?
Yeah.
That they just start rising up and they get, you know, as far as they can with it, and then they ultimately sort of, you know, watch a bunch of people get killed and everyone says, whoa, slow down, let's just, you know, succumb to the regime for another decade or whatever, right?
Yeah.
This time, it seems to be millions and millions of people in the streets in hundreds of cities. And, you know, we were talking about this last week, or at least on a Wednesday show, that, you know, eventually, you know, when it's a rebellion like this, it's your own people. And the army, man, you're looking out over this thing and you're like, dude, I know my cousins. I got like 3 cousins I know are in this crowd. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like how many, I can't really shoot at these people forever, right? Maybe once or twice, but like after that, you're like, dude, I can't just shoot at my neighbors and cousins and family who are down there.
Yeah.
So they say, you know, enough's enough. And it kind of comes to a head. And, you know, Venezuela, I hope you're watching. Is all I can say, really, right?
Yeah. No, I mean, look, I know some Persians. Now, I'll preface everything I'm about to say with, I particularly don't care what happens in Iran. Like, that's their country. If they can do it, awesome. If they don't, sorry for you. I don't want America involved. But as far as
sure,
like what goes on in that country, it's a repressive Islamic extremist regime, and they have ruined that country. They've repeatedly brought that country into massive starvation. Right now they're going through a massive water shortage. They're constantly having power problems. But the problem is, the Persian people, not the Muslim, but the Persian people who don't consider themselves to be Muslim. They've been spread all over the world. They've been pushed out of Iran. We have a bunch of them living here in America. And without them there to push the culture back against it, I think that's why it fails every time, because the people who truly love the freedom are in other places. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it does. One of the things I've talked about for, you know, decades is the demographic bubble in Iran of young people. You know, now they're getting into their, you know, mid-20s, and they're not as religious. They don't want to live under this dictatorship. And I think, you know, it's enough is enough. Have you seen these women over there that are taking the Ayatollah Khomeini's photo and lighting it on fire, and then they'll like light a cigarette with it while they're wearing, you know, no headscarf. They're out in the public. They're, you know, breaking about 15, 20 different, you know, capital punishments by filming themselves doing this and then posting it online.
I thought a majority of those were Iranian women in foreign countries, though. Like, kind of like the Venezuelan celebrations, most of them were in Venezuelans in foreign countries. I mean, I could be wrong.
Some of them are, yeah. I mean, well, some certainly are. You know, there's even like a bunch of blonde-haired chicks, and you know, that don't even pretend to be Iranian. You know, doing the trend.
Well, because it became a trend. Yeah, it's always hard to tell with these things because of the way the internet works. It's so. I do know though, the Iranian people want the Iranian people I know, the Persians I know. The ones that I went to their wedding, and these people are freedom-loving, commerce-loving, Mediterranean peoples. They are not Islamic extremist Arabian peoples, and so they are much more in line. We have a Western like country in the Middle East. I don't want us to do it. I want it to be them, because then they actually
it has
are
to
going
be them.
to do it. You know what I mean? Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Every time we've ever gone in with the regime change, idea of like, training the secretarial pool all the way up to all the heads of states and, like, forget about it. You can't go in and do that as America. But we can help them. We can offer supplies and whatnot. And once this happens, then help them rebuild, help them have fair elections, help them do what it takes to become a, thriving country and an ally, which would be incredible. Because all of a sudden, if Iran goes away, then Hamas loses its funding. Syria, it becomes stabilized because they lose the crazies over there lose their fundings. It just goes all the way down the line. They are funding so many awful things around the world that will just suddenly the funding dries up, and the radicals will still be in those areas, but they won't have the endless guns and bullets to work with, which would be a crescendo across the Middle East that could really be a positive thing.
Yeah, well, and I think if it were to happen, I think this would surprise a lot of people, but I think Saudi Arabia and Egypt and Jordan would be all on board for helping stabilize the region if it did happen, because I think I think they've accepted the idea of moving Islam into the 21st century. Those countries have.
Oh, yeah.
And so they really want to get rid of this reason for Western countries to keep coming over there and messing around.
And speaking of, just to demonstrate how much they're against radicalization, the UAE, United Arab Emirates, has decided to cut state funding for any students that want to travel to the UK and go to college. Okay, because of the fear of Islamic radicalization that they will get on UK campuses.
Yep, from the Muslim Brotherhood, if I remember correctly, was this specific party named.
Yeah, it was one of the parties named for sure. That is, all over there, right up in all their universities, you name it, teaching the kids how to radicalize. Right. Yep. So they're not going to pay for any more kids to be going over to the UK to study. The United Arab Emirates, Dubai, said no more, enough. We don't want that stuff here. And they get it, man. They get it. They understand it. It's their culture. It's their religion. It's their systems. They get it. And they've made that decision, which to me is really impressive. That's a big story, man. It should scare the crap out of anybody in the UK that wait, what?
Yeah, when I read that, I was actually quite saddened for the UK, because what that means, that's a tacit admission that a caliphate is forming in the UK. It's not there.
It kind of is, yeah.
They have a ways to go, but if things keep going at this pace, they will get there, and that's scary.
It is, and they don't realize how close they are to it. If all of a sudden, Arab countries are saying, "Hey, your universities are too radical for us. We want out. We're tapping out."
Yeah.
It makes you think and there's this new TikTok trend going around where all these awfuls are starting to convert to Muslim.
Yeah, I've seen some of these. Yeah.
And they come out and they're like, "Hey, man, I'm a Muslim now, and I've read this book, and I'm telling you right now, if you don't accept LGBTQ, you are not a Muslim." Right?
Yeah.
After, being one for a week, they're out there lecturing the Muslim world at all about how to be a Muslim. And it's welcome to the 2026, folks. Even you in the Arab world are not immune to this forever.
No, and I think that's part of the. I think that's part of the reason why they are resisting the extremism now. At this point, they realize that the extremism actually gives Western countries a reason to be against, and also Chinese and Indian countries to be against Islam, and they want to participate in the world. The very wealthy of those nations, the oil people, the kings, the Saudi princes, all those people, They want to build their nations up so they are not reliant on foreign money for their oil to actually survive.
Yeah.
They want to be free of that influence. And so getting rid of the extremism is one of the ways that they have to do that, to get to that point.
Yeah. I mean, Saudi Arabia is spending untold trillions of dollars building everything you can imagine. Complete cities, and we've talked about the Line many times.
Yeah.
Which seems to be, I think it's called Nome, which seems to be like on hold almost all of a sudden. Like it's not happening the way they thought it would. Which, gosh, go figure. You're going to make a kilometer tall skyscraper that runs for 100 kilometers.
Yeah,
and you're having troubles with that.
I think some of the reports, some of the math people did on the reflection off of the mirrors that were the solar panels would create a reflection that would set boats on fire that pulled up to the port. So there was some crazy stuff that people were like, yeah, I don't think this is going to work out so well. So they kind of paused right like with the first block of it, and that's all they've got done. Like they haven't even started building the tower. They just have the first trench dug out, and that's about it.
Yeah, I mean, it's already 115 out there. Now you got a giant mirror beating down the sun from you for 2 directions.
Yeah.
I could see that being a problem. But that project is just so over budget. It's incredibly over budget. And a lot of the people in that system are, they have to be kind of yes men. Yes, sir. We'll do it, sir. Yes, sir. You know what I mean?
Very much so.
The guy's a king, and he's got trillions on trillions of dollars, and he tells you he wants it done. So you say, yes, sir. And so, in a situation like that, you don't really learn how bad it is till it gets so bad there's nothing you can do about it now. But they're also building up a ski resort. They're supposed to host the Asian Winter Games in 2030 or something. From an entire village and mountain ski resort area in Saudi Arabia that hasn't even broke ground yet, or if it has, it's still in its early phases. But a ski resort in the desert in Saudi Arabia, that sounds like it's just interesting. They've got these resorts out over the ocean where they've got those pods, like they have in Bali, those real famous, $5,000 a night.
Yeah.
Spots that hang out over the water.
Yeah.
They've got a resort with those in it and golf courses and whatnot. But at the end of the day, it's an alcohol-free state, which is fine for most people. But, there's a big chunk of the market out there when they go on vacation. Man, I cannot wait to sit down by the pool and have a margarita.
Yep.
You take that out of the equation, and that's just suddenly like, oh, we can't drink there. Oh, well, let's just go to Mexico then, or Bali, or whatever.
Well, and that's what I'm saying. They have to do something besides oil and tourism. They actually have to build something that's going to sustain their nation. They have to build some sort of base load commercial and base load industrial. That if you don't have that, then you're just a pit stop for the rest of the country. It's kind of like what Russia goes through. They're just a gas station for everybody that doesn't get along with the U.S. They want to be, Saudi Arabia especially wants to be a lot more than that.
Yeah, you see that with Dubai as well, where they built up this city in the hopes of becoming sort of a financial hub and a trading hub, and for the Middle East. And to some degree, they've succeeded in diversifying their economy away from just natural gas and oil, right? But will it? The day that stuff runs out in the ground there, are they going to really stand on their own with this financial hub that's reliant on all this oil money that is washing up?
Yeah, right. It's hard to tell.
Yeah, it is. And I think Saudi Arabia, it's kind of a pipe dream. It's not going to be a vacation mecca for any time in the foreseeable future until they relax their laws.
Well, yeah.
People want Las Vegas. At least Americans do.
Yeah, I mean they do pretty good from the rest of the Muslim world. Like Southeast Asians like to go there for vacation to the Holy Land. Stuff like that. They do okay, but they like I said, they really need something. And to do that, you're going to have to expel the extremism. That's the only way they can do it, because it takes up too much of your population. You have to get rid of the cousin marriage. You have to get rid of those kind of things that keep your population down and don't give you the high quality worker that you need to maintain an industrial base. And if they don't get rid of the extremism, they can't do that.
God, I saw this British guy the other day defending cousin marriage. Liberal, of course. Just taking the left. Yeah. And he's like, we wouldn't even have a king today if it wasn't for cousin marriage. I just laughed, man. I'm like, oh my God, that's the dumbest argument I've ever heard.
Well, it is a liberal. I mean, to be expected.
We wouldn't even have a royal family. Okay. And, there's no problem with it. It's only from a 2% chance to a 3% chance of whatever. And okay, that's still a 50% increase. And it's gross and wrong and creepy. And, it's called inbreeding.
Yeah. It's one of the great downfalls of Middle Eastern is Muslim extremism. It's one of the biggest limitations of all of the Middle Eastern world is they refuse to get rid of cousin marriage. I can't remember. There's another major power that has that problem as well. I can't remember if it's India. It might not, it might not be India. I can't remember. But it's across the board. It limits everything because it affects IQ of the population.
Exactly. Which is why you get, certain populations out there that have an average IQ in the, sub 100 categories.
Yeah, exactly.
Which, what is it? 86 is considered, handicapped.
Pretty much borderline. Yeah. I mean, you could, depending on how well you perform on your tests, you may end up in the special classes or with an assistant by your side every day.
Yeah, the short bus.
Yep.
So, yeah, but Iran, I'll tell you, the outlook, I'm somewhat positive at this point. I really think, if we see the Ayatollah get on an airplane for Russia here, that's going to be the big tell. The minute that he is left the country, it's over. 100%. It's done, and they've succeeded. And, I mean, you could refresh your browser right now, and that might be the case.
Right.
Or you read a headline that they just killed, 250,000 people in one city and everyone, is under lockdown and they're too afraid to go outside and it's over.
Yeah. I hope it goes the former. I hope the former happens, really.
Yeah, we all do. It would be such a boon for the world if, they just went back to being what they were pre-Ayatollah Khomeini, which was, a free, relatively modern country. I mean, you see some of these women that are posting out of Iran and they're modern women.
Yeah.
With, striking beauty and just, wow, what a great thing. I mean, to imagine in 10 years from now, you're like, hey, let's take a vacation in Iran. It's wonderful. Everybody's raving about it. It's the place to be,
Yep.
It could happen. They could have become the tourist hub that Saudi Arabia is, begging to be.
Yeah. Well, and the beauty about Iran is not a big desert like most people think. It's got all of the parts. It has mountains. It has valleys. It has marshes. It has rivers. It has some desert too, but it has enough stuff that it could be a powerhouse in the Middle East financially and economically. And Islam has
it's striking.
Yeah, just torn it down.
Yeah, they've got massive mountains, really, and pretty impressive ski resorts, believe it or not.
Yep.
Which is always a plus for the world traveler.
Yeah, no, my Persian friends, they very much miss their homeland, though. It would be nice to have it be a place where it isn't a concern that you have to worry about dying, if you don't follow the extreme religious doctrine of the Ayatollah or whatever. That would just be better for everybody over there, for sure.
Yep. So let's talk about the domestic issues going on here in the U.S. We had a woman and her wife in Minneapolis the other day, And this came out in piecemeal. The first thing America saw was the woman was the driver of this car was shot, and she's being approached. The first video we saw, she's being approached by 2 ICE agents, 3 ICE agents, and one of them comes right up to the window, get out of the car, get out of the car, get the F out of the car. And another one's standing sort of in front of the car near the front left tire. And she, backs it up a little bit and then hits the gas and goes forward, and boom, 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 she's shot and dead.
Yep.
And then the car, speeds off and hits a couple other cars on the side of the road and crashes. And the wife is screaming after her what happened, running after the car. But then the second video came out, and it was the POV of the officer who fired the shots. And it really, you see the lady looking at him, directly at him, even mocking him at some points in that video. And then you hear the engine rev, it shoots forward. His camera kind of goes out of vision. You can see a bump. There's some sort of a bump. And there's a pop, pop, pop. And then that's what we got out of that video. And then a third video came out the other day, like yesterday, that showed the 3 or 4 minutes before the whole situation had occurred. And, up until this point, they were just trying to escape. It wasn't, they weren't trying to hit the guy, none of that sort of stuff. They were just passing by on their way to work. And, but this video, several minutes beforehand, shows this lady who eventually died, blocking the road. It's a 2-lane road, and she's blocking both lanes of traffic, more or less. I mean,
Yep.
You can get around her, but she's in there purposely blocking the road and laying on her horn for 3 minutes solid, while her spouse gets out of the car, goes back to where the ICE agents are, and starts demanding information. Where are you from? What are you doing? Do you have a warrant? All that kind of stuff. In other words, they weren't passing by. They were actively being in the wrong place at the wrong time, actively disrupting ICE agents in their course of work, which is a crime.
Felony.
In and of itself. Yeah, in and of itself. That's, illegal. And so, I mean, the more this comes out, the more it looks like, hey, this is... I am not afraid of getting shot by an ICE agent today whatsoever. Because if I see ICE agents pull someone over, I'm not going to get out of my car and go over there and yell at them and then, try to race away while they're standing in front of or near the front of my car.
Yeah, useful idiots. Useful idiots.
Exactly.
This lady was trained by Marxists. She was trained by an Antifa-like organization that is operating under the name Stop ICE. That training that she received would actually give bonuses to people for interfering with federal operations. Those training materials encourage her to block traffic, open doors of ICE agent vehicles with when they're taking people away. These training materials were posted by Andy No. If anybody wants to go look for them online, you can see Andy No. Has posted. He's pretty famous for his releasing information about Antifa. He's wrote a book about them, was attacked by them here in Portland. And those of
you who don't know, it's spelled NGO, and he's also affiliated with the Post Millennial.
Yes, correct. He is pretty much figured out and determined that this is absolutely a Antifa-led operation, a color revolutionary style, and this woman was used as to get this event to happen. That's how we have all these protests. They had money ready to go. They had the protests just organized. They were just waiting for this event to happen, and she happened to be the one that caught it. And there's many, many more like her out there, unfortunately. They have no concept of what they're doing is dangerous, and they have no idea that they're being used as pawns by these people. Completely.
Yeah. And, you talk about bonus points for this and whatnot in their training, and it makes me wonder, are they getting paid? Were they being paid for what they were doing at that point in time?
It's a possibility. I know many of them are.
Many of them are. A lot of them are at this point in time. You can't tell me this stuff is organic, folks. They're wrapping up. They're arresting the bad guys. they're going out and getting bad people.
Yep.
And, you know, some people that aren't so bad, but have still broken the law. They're still here illegally. If you're here illegally, I'm sorry, any country on the planet's going to kick you out of their country. If you're there illegally and overstay, you're welcome. You know, try going to France and just living there. Try going anywhere and just living there and see if they don't eventually kick you out. They will. I guarantee it.
Well, unless you're from
Mexico,
Pakistan.
Yeah, well, I mean, exactly. You know, when you talk about Europe, yeah, it's all about your skin color there. If you got the right skin tone, you can stay forever and they'll pay you.
Exactly.
But that's a whole different story.
But yeah, no, it's very odd that these people have been convinced that people who broke the law should be allowed to stay here. But also, they've been convinced that these people aren't also being taken advantage of by the system. Like, the reason why big companies love illegal immigration and all these, weird visa options that there are, is because these people are dependent on these companies. They have no legal protections, and the companies basically can treat them as paid slaves. And it doesn't seem that these protesters care at all about any of that.
Or the crime. I mean, this all kicked up because of Nick Shirley and his expose of the whole Minnesota thing, you know?
Yeah.
All the fraud, the blatant fraud. They go to a dozen different child care centers and, you know, no kids to be seen at any of them.
Well, and
so...
Go ahead, I'm sorry.
Well, I was just going to say, and this fraud goes up through the system all the way up to the top. And so they're freaking out. I mean, there's rumors that Tim Walz might be stepping out of office in the next few days.
Yeah, they've already filed some the DOJ files that I was looking for earlier. One of them was for Walz. They have filed some charges, it looks like, against him for corruption and fraud. But a white pill on this, with all this breaking out, Scott Bessent has finally come out into the media and said that he's going to be working. And in fact, Trump announced an additional assistant attorney general to focus specifically on this fraud. So I think that's kind of a white pill that came out of this, is we have a huge fraud crackdown coming, all 50 states, Bessent says. So that's a positive that has come out of this. But the riots are a whole nother ball of wax. I think we're going to have to deal with that probably all summer long again.
Absolutely. And, you know, the rhetoric out there is what's causing all this stuff, right? It just goes down the line. Governor Tim Walz smeared ICE officers as a threat to the public, called ICE reckless, suggested that the state is at war with federal officers under attack by ICE, smeared ICE as modern-day Gestapo. Gavin Newsom likened ICE to secret police, calling them authoritarian, calling for people to push back. Pritzker claimed ICE is turning the country into a Nazi Germany. Kathy Hochul accused ICE of terrorizing people. Josh Shapiro, governor of Pennsylvania, making our neighborhoods less safe. Jeff Merkley likened ICE to fascism, claimed officers were doing nothing but terrorizing our communities. Bernie Sanders asked people to stop ICE from what they are doing as soon as possible. Rick Swalwell, the wannabe governor of Mayor, smeared ICE officers, mass thugs, called them terrorist bandits, said it was his priority to ensure officers are no longer faceless, compared them to the KGB, and demanded they stay the blank word out of California. Jacob Frey, get the blank word out of Minneapolis. The mayor of Minneapolis said, get the F word out.
Yeah.
It is coming from the top. The White House put out a list of 57, that's what I was reading from, 57 different quotes like that. I just read some of the more well-known people, But it goes on and on and on and on, and they're all saying the same thing. These people are criminals, they're the Gestapo, they're modern-day Nazis. And, hey, if you can punch a Nazi in the face, wouldn't you do it? If you could kill baby Hitler, wouldn't you do it?
Yeah. That's the situation, and that's why I'm so confused as to why Trump hasn't gone a little harder on this situation. I know he's got midterms to worry about, and the GOP needs to get reelected. But I don't think he realizes a lot of the negative opinion and positive opinion in those polls, either way, negative or positive, aren't people that are going to vote for him. The people that voted for Trump and that he needs to support in midterms, they want harsher crackdowns. They want Tim Walz arrested. They want him walked in front of the cameras in handcuffs. They want Newsom arrested. I want Tina Kotek arrested, the governor of Oregon. These people are anti-American communist revolutionaries, and they need to be arrested. And so I hope Trump doesn't let the riot thing get too out of control. I hope he really cracks down on that part of it, because we know it's funded. I mean, we've been following it all summer long. The No Kings protests, all of that stuff was funded by these big
CCP
NGOs.
money, man.
Yeah, exactly. We got to stop it. Gotta.
Well, he's sending another 1,000 National Guard up there.
Good.
So
good.
Or Border Patrol agents. I'm sorry, another 1,000 Border Patrol agents. And Tim Walz was saying he's going to call up the National Guard and to fight back, to push back against them, which would be quite the sight to see. The Border Patrol fighting the National Guard in the streets of Minneapolis.
Well, I mean, Trump could do the funniest thing ever and call the National Guard up and send them to Texas, and then send Texas's National Guard to Minnesota. That would be the funniest.
See who they listen to.
Yeah,
wouldn't it?
Yeah, that would be. Funny.
Oh man,
I don't think he would, but I think what he wants to do is use this fraud stuff to target these people instead of sending the military in, because of the optics. That's my thought process on it, at least so far as what I can tell what he's doing. Because he has sent Bissent and a couple other people out to really harp on the fraud narrative, to go after that. And if they can get him, if they can take down these regimes in these states with fraud convictions, I'm fine with that. Either way, doesn't matter to me, just as long as they stop it.
Yeah, and they need to crack down. They need to be in a little bit larger groups and really crack down on all the people that follow them and tag them. I mean, if you're going to follow me across town, as soon as we get about 6 blocks, I make a right, you make a right. I see you're clearly following me. You stop right there and put into it, tow the car away. They go to jail, and it's just nip that in the bud. You can't be doing that.
Yeah,
it's obstruction of justice.
If the local police departments were under orders by the governor not to help, maybe they would have the assistance to do that. But that's the biggest problem. Why we don't hear this stuff in Texas is the Texas law enforcement is cooperating with ICE, not resisting ICE. And that's why we have the problems in these blue states, because the governors yeah, exactly.
And like, if somebody is in the county jail and they're like, hey, we want this person, we want to deport them, they can't give them to them. They won't. They're not allowed to, because of the state laws.
Yep.
Right. So they have to go find them on the streets once they're released, which is a lot more dangerous and a lot harder than saying, so-and-so's due to be released from jail today. We would like him.
Yep. And that's what they want. They want the bad optics for Trump. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Well, for anyone who's going to fight against their illegal base. I mean, the left in America, Team Left, is in big trouble. They need these illegals.
Yes.
They need them bad to win elections.
Yeah.
Because they're not going to do it with American citizens the way they're going. It's just, you got to have a paid for subclass of people in your state that you can shove money at hand over fist, allow them to steal, rape, pillage, whatever, get away with all of it, and they will vote for you forever. Because you let them get away with murder, literally.
Yeah, that's exactly what it is. It's a voting, it's a contained voting block. And Nancy Pelosi did this down in California. She has all these illegals in her district that count for the district numbers that give her district, but none of them get to vote to kick her out because they don't have legal status. Now, of course, they use the system, we all know. But the point is they, even the ones that don't vote, get used by the Democrats to keep power, and it's got to be broken up. We can't allow this to keep going on because they'll just turn our country into a socialist hellhole like Europe.
Yeah, I mean, I was just thinking about England. It's look at that country. It's exactly what we're talking about, just way further down the line. And with here's the kicker too, is they're counting on Islam to be their support over there. The radical left, the people who want to change
Yeah.
your kid's gender and not even tell you. They're counting on Islamists to be their core base. Whereas at least here in the U.S., it's not that massive dichotomy between Islam and Christianity. It's mostly just other Christians coming up here from Central America and Mexico and
Catholics,
wherever else.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a very different animal when you're not trying to introduce two people of completely different religions that are diametrically opposed to one another.
Yeah, exactly.
Or both adamant believers.
Yeah, it makes it a little easier for us to deal with because at least the Latinos that get left over, like we get rid of the Somalians, we get rid of those, and the others. At least the Latinos can, with their Catholic heritage, can be absorbed into an American natural law tradition, and it happens frequently. In fact, some of the most adamant MAGA supporters are Latinos. So
and quickly, I mean, within a generation, they're just your neighbors and buddies, right?
Right, exactly.
Yeah. Right. As soon as they grow up speaking English, boom, they're just, one of my best friends was, from Chile, or his parents were. They didn't speak English at home, but, I hung out with my best friend, for years and years. Right. So it was funny. I remember one time we both stayed out too late and got in trouble and yada, yada. And he came and picked me up. We had to go by his house to pick up something. And his mom started yelling at him about coming in late last night. And I didn't speak a word of Spanish, but I understand every word she said because it was the exact same yelling at I got from my mom word for word an hour ago.
Yeah, that tone is universal.
Yeah.
That's a universal.
La Porta and this and that. I'm like, oh boy.
Very much so.
Yeah. But now you guys had an innocent married couple sitting in their car in Portland that got shot by ICE agents. Can you tell us about that?
Certainly. A trend.
I mean, it made the police. Yeah, it made the Portland Police Commissioner cry when he covered it. So
he is such a soy boy, just a big poofy soy boy. Anyway, it was a Trendea Aragua pimp and his hoe. She is she has like 8 social media pages that offer her services up here in Oregon that were discovered after the shooting. But yeah, they were Trendea Aragua gangsters that tried to run over a police a border patrol agent, and while what was happening is the agents were trying to arrest them and they ran and tried to run the officer over, got shot at, went to the hospital. They did get arrested, but it was one of those things where they tried to play it off like we just murdered this happy married couple, or tried to, and
we were just watching the sunset at Makeout Point and holding hands, and nothing.
I showed up
here.
and just opened fire. Yeah, exactly.
Well, and it's funny because that one hasn't taken off like the good lady did. Because even though they're the right color, they're they're Trend Agua. You know what I mean? They're actually, if you open up the book a little bit and read it, they're not good people. They deserve to be deported.
Yeah, they dusted that one under the carpet nationally really quick as soon as it came out. Like as soon as they started posting her Instagram with her rates on it, they were like, we're gonna stay away from this one.
Yeah, and the lady in Minnesota, they were chanting, say her name, say her name. And I saw a BLM dude say, dude, that's not cool. Like, you can't do that for a white woman. Say her name is like a George Floyd thing,
That's funny. Yeah. They're silly people. They really are.
It's the hierarchy of, the privilege, White privilege is the highest hierarchy.
Yep.
And, it's just, it's all measured by who is more oppressed versus who is right or wrong, which is a wonderful way to look at what's happening in Iran right now, because they don't see them as oppressed. They don't support the cause. They're just like, it's nothing. They're saying crickets, on the left about Iran right now.
Well,
no one's out there saying, Trump should help these people out or anything. What's he doing? It's just crickets. But anyway, folks, we've got to go to break. This is the Censorship Sucks Roundtable Radio Show. We will be right back after these short messages.
All right, we are on radio break.
All right.
Yeah, that race hierarchy makes me laugh because the gay boys, the gay white boys, have been put on the bottom of the totem pole right next to black men and white men, and so it's we're the bottom of the totem pole right now for the race hierarchy communism that they have going on is at the bottom. It's white men, black men, and then white gay men. We're the worst. We're the worst of the worst. Like that's like you take all of the white men in America and you take all the black men in America, and that's basically the only people you have left to do anything are Latinos. You guys are, and they don't like you very much. They don't like being called Latinx. I mean, this race hierarchy thing, it can't work, but to do anything but create division. That's the only thing it can do.
Exactly, and I mean Asians too are probably below white men.
Yeah, well, they're
men?
considered white. You know, they're white adjacent.
Yeah, they're too good at math to be like, you know.
Yeah. That's the actual language they use too. It makes me laugh. White adjacent. I'm like, okay. That's just funny.
You hear him. You hear Zeus in the background whining. It's like, oh, you're such a baby. Get out of here. Come on.
Welcome to my world, Mark.
Yeah. Oh, does Blue whine a lot?
Oh, God. Yeah.
Anytime,
That's her whole thing, man.
anytime Nina's not here,
That's her shtick.
he gets like this, what is it, separation anxiety. You gotta pet me. You have to have some hand on me. And it has to be, you know, petting and, oh. Yeah. What?
Needy dogs,
Yeah,
needy
you know
dogs.
I'm talking about you. Oh. Give me the side eye. You get the side eye, John?
Not really.
No, she doesn't give you the side eye like
Blue's a
that,
husky.
like, or in the corner.
No, she's a husky, man. She's got a husky brain.
Oh.
Squirrel.
A husky brain is like, if you have a husky, you understand how huskies work, but they're very they're more feral than most other dogs.
Yeah.
They're very ADD. They're all over the place from what I remember. It's been a long time since we've had any though.
They want to get behind that sled and pull.
Yeah, they just want to do stuff.
Yeah. Zeus just,
In and out, in and out, in and out.
he'll run up and down the fence with the neighbor's dogs, all right? And about the third time he goes up, he goes back and lays down like, I've had enough of this. Man, I'm tired. It's like he's a big dog, and this little dog's like buzzing around like, so I don't know. It's like he's on meth.
Yeah.
But then again, that's a Chihuahua for you, though.
Yeah, my Chihuahua is old. He's like 16 years old, so he just sleeps all the time. He's pretty cool. He's always been just a cuddler though, because he's a little toy Chihuahua. But I have a full size Palm Chi that's my son's, and he's like loves to fight and play all the time. And he's got so much energy. I finally got him to calm down. Now he's laying next to me, but he was, for the first 45 minutes of the show, he was just making me play with him while I was talking. He was like, "You gotta play with me right now."
Yeah. You know, he's putting his paw on my shoulder now. It's like, sometimes when we're on air and that, he'll take and be like, he'll put his paw on the back of my shoulder and like, and then put his nose in my ear. I'm like, come on. Anyways, we're under 30 seconds. He is the assistant deputy producer here. 3, 2, 1, and you're live right now.
Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Censorship Sucks Roundtable Radio Show, Sunday night edition for January 11, 2025. So, Doc, man, we got to mourn for a minute here. Bob Weir of the Grateful Dead passed away at the age of 78. He lost a fight with cancer and is no longer with us. There's only one remaining member of the Grateful Dead at this point in time, who is the drummer. His name evades me at this moment, though. But Bob Weir sang Sugar Magnolia, One More Saturday Night, and Mexicali Blues. There's 3 songs that might come to mind for people out there if you're wondering, if you can put his voice to a song. Just think of Sugar Magnolia. Blossoms blooming, heads all empty, and I don't care. What a legend! So, I don't do a lot of these, but Bob Weir, you're a legend. I've seen him in concert many a time, and I actually went to the very last Grateful Dead concert ever in Chicago, back in like the '90s somewhere. Just like about 3 months later, Jerry Garcia passed away, and I mean, they toured more, but it wasn't the same, Yeah, so, I don't know. Were you much of a fan?
Parents went. My friend's parents went to that last concert that they
in
did.
Chicago.
Yeah.
Soldiers Field.
Yeah, they were big time Deadheads before my friend was born. They went. So I'm familiar with them as background noise, but I was never really a fan. Like as far as that genre of that time period of music, I was more of a Doors, Jimi Hendrix kind of guy. That was more my speed. Yeah. A little bit of Beatles, but they were impressive musicians, and the fact that they toured for so long and were so beloved by the people that followed them around was only as impressive. It is definitely an end of an era that there is no more Grateful Dead.
Yeah. I remember once on a road trip through Northern California with my dad, who was out from the Midwest. We were just driving around, checking out some national parks and whatnot. And I had a bunch of mixed, music playing, and, a bunch of Grateful Dead were in that mix. And he kept hearing songs like, Saturday Night, or, and he's like, who is this band, man? This is like real good stuff. And I'm like, so I played with him for a while because we had, 5-hour trips. I made him guess for a good hour, and he was nowhere close.
Yeah.
And he's like, man, I love the sound. It's so good. I'm like, it's the Grateful Dead. He's like, what? Those hippies?
Yeah, they were great musicians. They were.
I'm like, yeah. You've been rocking out to them for the last couple hours, and you seem to like them quite a bit.
Yeah.
But, yeah, it was a fond memory. I kept giving them hints, like, they've like made more money touring than any other band in like world history.
Nope.
Like, really?
Yeah.
Bob Seger?
They were impressive. They were very impressive. They actually were the band of a generation, really. Like they spoke to and for an entire generation of people.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and I mean, I've seen some crazy things at their concerts too. I don't even want to get into them on the air, but yeah, it's
yeah,
it's wild. It's a free for all. It's a whole different experience than any other concert that you could ever go to. People selling grilled cheese out in the parking lot to get money to go to the next show.
Yeah,
all kinds of crazy stuff like that, and successfully doing it. They'll sell like 500 grilled cheese sandwiches for $2 each, and poof, off they go.
Oh yeah, Deadheads were famous in and of themselves. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. It was quite an era, man. It was wild, crazy times, and good times, but had by all. But let's get into censorship sucking. The UK is looking to partner with Australia and Canada to basically censor X. The other day, Keir Starmer got a bug up his butt because somebody made a picture of him with him in a bikini.
Yeah, I saw that.
And they used Grok to do it. And he got so offended that he wants to eliminate Grok and, kick X out of the UK. And, hey, that's what you voted for, folks, right? If you voted for Keir Starmer, then you will get the Keir Starmer you voted for. And you would like it.
It's very true. It's very true. That guy is he's nuts. I don't think he actually is the one running the show. I think he gets his orders from Brussels. I think he's a globalist puppet, but he is terrifying for the English people. If they do this, this could be a beginning of a firm separation of the United States and the rest of the Western countries. It looks like the Greenland thing is kind of pushing this that way anyway, but I mean, if they separate out X out of their countries, that's like a cultural window that gets eliminated, and that's like cutting them off from the world. And when
People
regimes do that,
and
when regimes do that kind of thing, you know what's coming next, right? Mass arrests, hunting people down and that kind of thing. So it's kind of a scary proposition. I don't think people are taking it nearly as seriously as they should.
Oh, yeah. I mean, they're already arresting 30 people a day in England. That comes out to 12,000 a year in the UK for posting mean things online,
or retweeting. Yeah, exactly.
Or retweeting. And, some of these cases, 30 views on the post, and you get, a year in jail. You're looking at like a month in jail for every 2 people that even looked at it.
Well, it's one of those things. Just imagine you make a girlfriend or a boyfriend angry, and they all of a sudden they're sharing conversations you guys had, and now all of a sudden you're arrested for what you said in a conversation with somebody you were dating. Like it's insane what they're doing over there. It could be weaponized in so many ways. Man, yeah.
There was a woman recently who was attacked by like her ex-boyfriend or someone, and she, went to the hospital. She got messed up pretty good. And she texted to her friend that the guy was a quote-unquote faggot for doing it, right? And her friend, quote-unquote friend, turned that text over to the police, and the woman got charged. The man never got charged for assaulting her. She ended up looking at, severe punishment for something like that, which is a private text between 2 people. It's disgusting that they can even admit that into evidence. Even with the admission from the friend to say, hey, admit this into evidence, it's still shocking that they would even have the gall to use that as evidence to try to put someone down. It's disgusting.
Well,
Private conversation.
And I heard another part of this whole crackdown is they plan on using a end-to-end reader. So they're going to be able to break encryption by reading it as you put it into the app. So if you have an encrypted app on your phone, they're going to be reading it as you text it in. So it doesn't matter if it's encrypted. And I when I heard that, I was like, something bad is coming to England. Something very bad is coming to England. I'm kind of worried. I'm a big fan of the Lotus Eaters, but all of Europe is in a bad way right now, for sure.
In the UK, in Canada and Australia, I mean, they're all in the same boat together. And marching towards the same, waterfall that's going to probably kill them in the process, because it's just moronic what they're doing. Really, like, people deserve to be able to be, adults and speak to one another. If you can't treat your citizenry like adults, especially in private, encrypted. I mean, I would hope that Telegram, that all of these major sites out there that use encryption would immediately say, no, if you get rid of our encryption, we're not going to operate in your countries. And they put this law in place and everybody pulls out. Facebook, everybody, all of them simultaneously say no. And now Europe, all their citizens are going to be sitting there in the dark with absolutely no internet, no social media whatsoever as they know it. That's what I would love to see happen, because it's what needs to happen, to put the message through them, to get it in their thick skulls that you can't do this, that people should be treated like adults and have the ability to privately talk to one another without worrying about the government looking over their shoulder.
Yeah, it's very scary. It reminds me of what happened during COVID, only this seems to be a much more aggressive version of it, like the censorship attempts that Europe and England especially are going for. I wonder if this isn't a response to how popular reform is getting and how much the push for expulsion of all the immigrants and all the all the people they've imported.
And his approval rating is like in the teens now. It's in the garbage. So
worse than
he's
Maduro's.
not gonna. He thinks he's gonna last another year. I doubt it. I doubt he's gonna last another few months. But anyway, folks, we've got to go to break. This is the Censorship Sucks Roundtable Radio Show, and we'll be right back after these messages.
All right, we are on radio break.
All right.
Are we switching rooms?
Yeah, we will.
In a few minutes, yeah.
Okay.
I'm going to let this one run out, and then because we're going to switch to the other room, that's why I'm going to let it run out.
Okay.
All right?
Okay.
So
Yeah, because we can technically go up until like 58.
Grab a drink or something like that. Now's the time.
I will be right back.
Yeah, while you're at it, top my coffee off. I'm going to have to get up here in a few minutes and turn the heat down. The heater kicked on for some reason. I'm like, oh boy.
Yeah, having as many kids as you have, it's hard to like probably keep that thermostat where it should be.
No, not really.
No, I would think each one would be tempted to like turn it up 1 degree every time they walk by.
No. Only Alex is the one. Usually is the one that turns it up. I'm like, okay, you want to turn it up? You can pay the difference.
Exactly.
You know, like,
The
he's a big boy.
the
You know?
exponential difference.
Yeah.
Exponential too. It's like when you take it from like 68 up to like 82.
No,
It's
no,
an exponential difference. It's
I
a
mean,
big deal.
I can tell the difference between 74 and 76 here. All right. And 76, when the door is closed, comes out to about 82 in my room when the door is closed.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, because I'm right next to, the heater. My room is straight across from it. So, but, I don't normally have a problem with that. And kids, talking about kids, wish me luck tomorrow. Going back.
Oh, is tomorrow the day?
Tomorrow's the day.
Cool, yeah.
For
Good luck.
enforcement. Yeah.
Yeah, dude, good luck or break a leg or whatever they say.
Yeah. I put enough out there for it, so I think this time around is going to be a lot different than the first time around, because I'm in a totally different and better place now than where I was back then. I'll wait until the end of this song, and then we'll switch over and get Willie in. Willie's going to be like, where's the room?
Yeah.
Where's the room?
We're just
Kinda
past
like
the 58-minute mark, so that's good.
Yeah.
I can take it right up to 58 if I need to.
Well, it's Sunday night, so I want to be able to let you go as long as, I have time on the deal,
Yeah, which is the 58-minute mark, which we just passed, so we'll be good.
Yeah, but since Doc is still in...
You back, Doc?
Yep.
All right.
I'm back.
Right, he's back.
Give me about another 30 seconds, and I'm going to take and switch us over, and we'll get us into the second group. All right?
Okay.
Okay.
Well, you can go ahead and hang up now if you want. Here we go. Stay tuned for more Censorship Sucks Roundtable Radio Show. Hour 2 is coming up. So, and we will have, look out, cats, dogs, and kids, we should have Willie with us. That crazy worm farmer from Waldo, Florida. And he'll be like, hey now. There he is. Hey, Willie.
Hey,
How you doing?
what's going on, man?
Not much. You?
Oh, man, we hanging in there.
How's it going, Willie?
What do you think of that Sam Wan and the Book of Fulchers? Or Book of Maxwell, I should say.
Hey,
I John Galton, Doc 69, man.
How's it going?
Howdy, hey.
what's going on, Willie? How's your week?
Oh, man, life is good.
Good.
Oh, Kimberly girl, she got her some property, and it's coming along slow but sure. Trying to get electrical and water and everything hooked up. Yeah. Now we need gravel for the driveway because you can't get in and out of it.
Yeah, it's always a fun battle to have, the the gravel versus the mud.
Yeah, no, that Book of Maxwell, it was pretty interesting, Mark.
You know, I told the story, and Roger's like, man, that's great. Got to take and do this. Sonia's listening to us tonight from YouTube with Gary, most likely.
Hey, Sonia.
Yeah.
Hello, out there in internet land.
Hi, Sonia Galactic.
Yeah. It's Sonia Galactic, not Sonia Lasagna. She told me.
Are we
she
sure?
corrected me quick on that, you know?
Yeah, Sonia Lasagna is a name you give to like an 8-year-old.
Yeah. I kind of reminded me of there was a kid that lived about a mile and a half down the road from me when I was growing up. His sister's name was Sonia, and they always called her that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So, Willie, you bringing the funny tonight? What you got?
No, man, I ain't got nothing going on, man. Y'all gonna
You're
have
not going to be funny at all?
No, y'all gonna have to help me out.
All right.
I need to get some money out of Doc 69. No, I knew that.
Now, look, that's like squeezing the blood out of a turnip these days.
Well, the way I heard it told, man, you got more money than you know what to do with. Come on.
I wish that would be great. And then I wouldn't have any concerns, worries. I'd have my bunker like old Metaplanet there guy, and I'd be ready to run to New Zealand as soon as things pop off. Unfortunately, that is not the case.
No, man. That whole thing is an inspiration, Mark. I'm gonna do a whole Juan the Donkey series, man. It's gonna be Juan the Donkey.
What's the name of the guy who owns the donkey? What are you talking about?
I said it was an inspiration. I'm gonna
Okay.
start a series about Juan the Donkey.
Oh, okay.
How much time we got, Mark?
We got about a minute.
Minute and a half, maybe.
I'll be right back.
Trump is a cow, commander of the world.
Hey, you know why Trump's trying to get Greenland, don't you? There's a passage to through the ice wall, Willie, in Greenland. There's a hidden passage there. He knows about it because his uncle been through there. Anyways, 30 seconds.
Don't hear a flat earther tell you you're wrong and you're stupid. That's about the dumbest thing I ever heard. Everyone knows it's in Antarctica.
No, there's a secret passage. But
Greenland, you couldn't get further from the ice wall. What are you talking about? Damn.
There's an ice-making spaceship up there, man.
Look out, cats, dogs, and kids. Here it comes. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and you're live and on the radio side right now.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to Hour 2 of the Censorship Sucks Roundtable Radio Show. Sunday night edition. We're hanging out, having a lot of fun, getting into it. Doc, what's going on with you?
Trying to survive the Communist Republic, but I'm doing okay. How you doing, Willie?
Yeah. Hey, y'all got Willie Lee, man, live in the studio. Hey, look at him. Oh, son. Hey, Doc 69. I'm doing just fine, man. I hope you're doing all right, too. Hey, John Galt, hello to you. And Mark Wojciechowicz, man. Hey, hello to you, too, man. How y'all are? Come on.
Doing great. Hey. Now, I heard... Doc is putting together a venture capital fund, and he's looking for projects to invest into. And you might have a couple of projects you might want to pitch him, Willie.
Yeah, man. Hey, we talked last week, man, about hobby dogging. Hey, I'm serious about this whole hobby dogging thing, man. Hey, that's where you got a dog on a leash, but it ain't a real dog, man. And you walk around, jump hurdles and go through hoops and all kind of stuff, man. Hey, we talked about that last week, man. Hey, but I got another venture that's going on too, man. Hey, I come up with an idea. Well, it wasn't my idea, but it was somebody else's idea, but I'm act like it's my idea. And if I say it's my idea long enough, then it becomes my idea, like that whole thing with the truth, man.
Not
it's like,
quite how it works, but yeah. Go ahead.
But no, hey, now this is my original idea, man. Hey, I'm going to come up with a character.
You stole from someone.
Yeah, no, I'm going to come up with a character called a donkey, man. Hey, I got him right here in the studio with me right now, man. Juan the talking donkey. Hey, here he is, man. Hold on. Hey, let me bring him on. Hello, my name is Juan the talking donkey. And I talk.
That's not a hobby donkey, is it?
A hobby donkey. That's funny right there, man. No, hey, I got it all figured out, man. Hey, he's a character. Yeah, no, hey, it's a storyline, man. A storyline. And the storyline goes like this, hey, and this is where Doc 69 comes in, man.
I'm all ears. Lay it on me. Let's go.
Hey, I just need $20, man, for promotions. Man, I got this guy. He said he'll put it on the YouTube for me, man, and he'll $9.99, and then I'll take the other $9.99 that you give me from the $20 at $9.99, $9.99. That's $18.99 and 99. That's 100, and I don't know, man. Hey, anyway,
it's
man,
almost 20. It's close.
Yeah. Hey, and we're gonna be worldwide, man, and we're gonna promote Juan the talking donkey. Now, hey,
really, don't you have a YouTube account? I mean, anybody can put up a YouTube video. Wouldn't you rather put it on your?
Trying to steal money from you. Yeah,
and he's not shooting very hard either.
Yeah, well,
true.
Well, hey, and then I got the representative for the King of Nigeria, man. Hey, he said he was going to help me out too, man. All I had to do, I was going to send him $39.99, and he'll help me out too, man. Hey, but the whole storyline goes about how this donkey got kicked off of Willie's worm farm, man, and he was a talking donkey, and the reason he got kicked off of the worm farm was because Willie got secrets, man. He gonna make Willie lovable, man. You gotta love Willie. Hey, for all y'all out there in Radio Land.
Isn't that you?
Yeah, hey, that's me.
Yeah.
All y'all out there in Radio Land don't know, man. Hey, my name is Willie Lee. I run Willie's Worm Farm down in Waldo, Florida, and Willie's Cricket Emporium up in Sandy Run, South Carolina. I sell worm hot dogs and pea jugs too, man. Hey, man, hey, and the whole storyline goes like this, man, about how this donkey, he got kicked off of Willie's worm farm. He got captured by a bunch of fellows in Mississippi. They throwed a rope around his neck and they hauled him down to Mexico, man. Hey, and I looked at it on the map, and they got a place called Reynosa, Mexico. And what they gonna do is they gonna have him run across the what do you call it? The border, man, from Reynosa, Mexico, over into McAllen, Texas, and they gonna turn him into a mule. That's what they're gonna do. They gonna be the donkey.
Why would they get a?
At least
Why would they get a donkey to turn it into a mule?
Yeah,
why wouldn't they just get a mule?
No, hey, that's what they call drug runners, man. I got to educate you, man. I thought you was the smart one.
I would think a mule would make a much better drug mule than a donkey would, though. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, but hey, I don't know, man. Yeah, but they couldn't find no mules that was talking, man. I got incomings, man. Oh, hey, Sick of the Lies, man. He's out there, man, listening. Hey, Sick of the Lies.
Yeah, he's listening.
Hey, how are you, man?
Rumble.
Hey, yeah, hey, Will. Yeah, he's sending me all kind of stuff, man, about Willie's worm farm cryptocurrency and Willie Lee Wonka and the worm factory. Yeah, that's another endeavor that we're going to do, man.
I thought we were making that as a movie. I thought that was going to be a movie.
That's a copyright violation, though, Willie. You can't use Willy Wonka's name. You could say Willie in the chocolate factory, but Wonka is where you get in trouble.
It's the worm factory. It's
Willie Lee Wonka and the worm factory, man. there ain't nothing infringing on that, man.
And me and Saul Good check that out. We're good on that one. That one's clean. We're good to go.
Yeah. Yeah, hey, and I'm gonna tell y'all something else too, man. Hey, that good. Hey, there's this woman. Hey, let me tell y'all a story, man. I'm gonna tell y'all about some news and stuff. Hey, it's a woman up here in Minnesota that got shot. Hey, her last name was Good, and guess what? Hey, it turns out she was kin to Saul Good, and Saul Good put her up to that mess up there in Minnesota, man.
Oh man,
hey,
that's terrible.
Yeah, hey, her and her wife, they went up there. They drove up there all the way from Missouri. Hey, I'm gonna tell y'all a story, man. Hey, this is a true story. If you don't believe me, just ask me. I'll tell you, man. I got in a fight one time, man. Hey, this fella, he come up on me and he said, "I'm gonna fight you," and I told him, I said, "No, I won't fight you." He said, "Well, I'm gonna fight." And, hey, he grabbed a hold of me. Hey, this is a true story. Like I said, if you don't believe me, just ask me. He run at me, man. He grabbed a hold of me and he tried to lift me up in the air, man. I'm a big old boy, man. I weigh about 273 pounds, man. I'm 6'5". That ain't no lie. That's true. He tried to wrestle up on me, man. And I looked at him. He tried to wrestle me and stuff, man. And I grabbed him and I knocked him upside the head, man. I beat him. I went boom, boom. He went down. He tried to get back up. I hit him again. He was gone, man. I laid him out. I ain't gonna lie. Hey, but see here.
Did he tase you afterwards?
Yeah, no, man. Hey, the moral of the story, Mark, is that low down. No. Hey, the moral of the story, man, is he wanted to wrestle, and I didn't want to wrestle. I had something bigger and better for him, man. Hey, that woman, she went up there with her wife or whatever, and they wanted to play games, and they riding around the block and blocking the road and honking the horns and cutting up and carrying on, man. Hey, and then that woman come up on that one dude and like, yeah, hey, come on, bring it on, big boy. What you got? Hey, guess what? And then she tried to, the other woman, she tried to run this cop over, man, and he went pop, pop, and he showed her what for. And that's what it boiled down to. See, they wanted to wrestle, and that cop wasn't wrestling. He was serious, man, and he took him out. Look at him. And I do believe that Saul Good's I don't want to talk bad about the man, but
he's a great guy. Honestly, Doc, is Saul not a great guy?
No.
Well, I mean, except for that whole Venezuelan cockroach debacle. But yeah, we're good. I mean, we're okay.
Yeah. No, Saul's a good guy.
Yeah, no, hey, it's all good. Crooked as the day is long, man. I'm telling you. Hey, and I'm gonna do this song too. Hey, I'm gonna do this song. I got to writing this song down, and I wrote this song. I wrote it all on my own. Well, I didn't
I don't
actually
believe
write it.
you. I
Yeah,
don't
no,
believe
hey,
you.
hey, this woman
AI
that
wrote
comes.
it.
No, hey, no, this woman that comes around, Kimberly, man. How is she pretty? Hey, she wrote it, man, but I'm gonna pretend like I wrote it. Hey, and it goes,
Ah,
yeah, no, hey, I'm gonna sing it for you, man. I'm gonna
All
sing it. Hey,
right.
y'all,
A Willie
hey, y'all,
original song, guys. Get
yeah,
ready. This is good stuff. We don't get these very
yeah,
often.
yeah, man. Hey, and it goes like that song. How's that song go? Y'all know that song by the Beatles, man? What does it say? Something about "Come on now." How's it go? Shoot fire. I can't
They wrote
remember,
a lot
man.
of songs.
Yeah.
I'm not even.
No. Oh
I
no.
mean,
Hey, no. It's
imagine all the
called
people back in the USSR. I don't know. What
no.
do you got, Willie?
No.
Sergeant
Come,
Pepper,
come together. It goes
Oh,
bum
come
bum
together.
bum bum. Yeah, come together. Hey, y'all listen up, man. It goes like this right here. Hey, this is first time I hadn't even practiced it, man. I tried practicing it, and I still ain't got. Hey, this is in the works, man. This is raw. Ha! It's what they call raw dogging, man. Hey, hey, it goes like this
that's
right here.
not raw dogging. But anyway, continue.
It's raw though, man. Hey, it goes like this. It goes, come to Willie's right now. Here comes old Willie. He's got worm hot dogs. He sells cricket flowers. He's a secret agent. He got lots and lots of pea jugs too. Got to try his chumderware for your catfish stew. Come to Willie's right now. Just ask me. Look at him now. Hi. Here comes old Willie. He likes space travel. He used a Pinto to mine space gravel. He carried monkeys and they made a mess. Can't land on the spaceship because it's all a wreck. Come to Willie's right now. Just ask me. Look at here now. Here comes old Willie and he owns an island because of Saul Good. When they had a battle, he got bombed when Saul Good stole his girl. Man, that's Saul Good. He stole that Mama Lou. Man, I ain't seen that Mama Lou in a while. Saul Good to run off with her, man. Hey, Mama Lou gave Saul a whirl. No, she wasn't true. Come to
Is this still the
Willie
song?
right
This is a confession
now.
now.
Just ask me. I'm in the middle of a song, man. Come on, hold on. Look at here now. Look at here now. Here comes old Willie. He has lots of fun. He has some adventure, and his friends are none. He ain't got no friends. Oh, man. Oh, go.
I don't. I think this is going in a bad direction. This is
No,
kind of sad.
no,
Are you
no,
okay,
no.
Willie? Are you okay?
Yeah, he's
You
still
cried
a
there for a little bit.
virgin. He's still a virgin, but he likes boobies. It has to be simple because he does movies. Come to Willie's right now. Oh, man, doggone.
I think you're
that's
radio ready. I think you're radio ready, Willie. I think you got to cut that track right now.
You need some polishing around the edges.
A little bit of sanding here and there.
Yeah, hey, that's gonna be a number one hit right there, man. Hey, y'all want news? Hey, I got news, man. Hey, and for all y'all out there, Radio Land don't know too, man. Hey, I also run Willie's Worm Farm Roundtable Radio, and we broadcasting live right now off the top of a billboard in Sandy Run, South Carolina, man. Hey, and I got a contract in the works with a radio
What channel
station.
on the CB is that? What channel on the CB?
Yeah, it's not radio, it's CB. I mean, come on, Willie.
Yeah, no, hey, it's channel 28 to channel 31 on the off band, man. Hey, I got news though, man. Hey, like I said, we broadcasting live. Hey, I see y'all cover news, but I got some real news, man. Hey, did y'all know that there was such a thing as a walrus penis, man? Hey, a walrus penis, it's a bone. Ha! It's a bone in that walrus penis. It's about probably
Yeah.
3 foot long. Hey, this thing, they
Family
had
friendly,
one.
Willie. Family friendly.
I know, man. Hey, but I'm telling you, they have one of these things up in New Jersey, and they kept it behind the counter at a bar, and a fella broke in and he stole it. Hey, that's hey, and he's gonna take that thing and try to sell it on the black market. Those things are worth a lot of money, man. Hey, if y'all don't believe me, just ask me. I'm telling you. Hey, and here's an invention I come up with too, man. Well, I didn't come up with it; it was already come up with. Hey, but in 1969 there was this machine, and it was patented for delivering babies, man. Hey, a woman would they'd strap her to this wheel, and the wheel would be upright, and then they would spin her around and around and around, like one of them like a slot machine, like what do you call it, a roulette wheel. Hey, and they spin her, and there was a basket, and it would catch the baby. Hi, look at here. If y'all don't believe me, just ask me. This is a real thing. In 1965, and they had never really tried it out, man. Hey, but it sounded like a good idea to me. You got to have ideas, man. I'm telling you, if you ain't got ideas, man, you just back it up. Is all it boils down to. Come on.
Well, yeah, I mean, you do need ideas. That's true. But now, when you spin the wheel, is she attached to the wheel?
Yeah. Hey, it's the centrifugal force, man, that like forces the baby out, and they said that's a quicker, more effective way of delivering a baby.
I mean, look, it might work. Who knows? Scientific.
Yeah, man. hey, and did y'all know, man? Y'all probably know, but forgot you knew or whatever, man. Hey, the nastiest whiskey in the United States of America is owned by a Japanese company. It's called Jim Beam, and they're going out of business. They're going to shut down. Yeah, hey, they're going to shut down for a whole year, man.
Yep.
they tell me they're going to well, hey, they gonna revamp the place, man. But hell, I wasn't good whiskey, no way, man. That Jim Beam and Jack Daniels and all that, man, it's nasty, man. I'm telling you.
I don't know. Jack Daniels used to be my drink. That used to be my thing before.
Jack is fine. Jim is good. Yeah, Jack is good stuff.
Before I quit drinking, I don't drink no more though. But you got to stay away from that stuff, Willie. It'll rot your insides out.
Hey, if y'all want some good stuff, man, I got some Willie's Rocket Juice, man. And the thing about the Willie's Rocket Juice, it's got a sweet taste to it, man.
That little white lightning, huh? You making some jokes out in the back.
He makes it out of monkey pee. He uses monkey pee instead of water. Yeah, so.
Yeah. Well, it's not. Hey, look at him. If you're gonna tell it, man, tell it right. It's not exactly monkey pee. It's like an offshoot of it. It's the fermentation process that the urination goes through, man. And so by the time it's all said and done with, it's not exactly pee anymore, man. You know what I'm saying? Hey, but here's other news. Yeah, it's all about the fermentation process, man. And you take it and you add some what they call I can't think of the name of it right now. Fleischers yeast. You know what that is, man?
Yeah, that's the stuff that you use to make the homemade wine.
Yeah. Hey, and that's what this whiskey is. It's kind of like a mix between wine and whiskey, and it's sweet tasting.
You're just making this in your basement, aren't you?
Yeah, Willie's Rocket Juice, man. I'm telling you.
Yeah, he does.
Yeah, hey, Willie's.
He does, man. That's how he got to space, and many a time.
Yeah, I'm telling you. Hey, Roger, don't know that.
Willie,
story,
we got
man.
about a minute left.
No.
If you want to, we got about a minute left, so go ahead.
No. Hey, I got a whole book right here, man. We want to talk about flat Earth, and we want to talk about how birds are not real. Hey, I got all kind of stuff going on, man. Hey, here's something that happened in the news, man. Hey, back in 2020, man. Hey, there was this girl, and the paramedics, they said that she was dead, and the doctor declared her dead over the phone. Hey, they put her in a body bag and took her straight down to the funeral home. And then the funeral home, they opened up the body bag and she was alive, man. Hey, she was still alive when they pronounced her dead over the phone. I didn't know you could do that.
It's an interesting story, Willie, but I want to...
No, hey,
I also want to talk to you about what is news. What defines news? 5 years ago is not news. That's olds.
Yeah, no, but it just happened yesterday that she was awarded $3.25 million. Not her, because she died 2 years later. But her family was awarded that money, man. Yeah,
well, that's a great story to end the show on. But we've got to take a break, folks. This is the end of Willie's segment. But we're going to take a break. We'll be back with more from the Censorship Sucks Roundtable Radio Show right after this.
No, hey, Flat Earth, man. Hey, come on. We got time.
You got it in.
Excellent.
For crying out loud, Willie, it's you're talking about rocket juice being like monkey nut coffee. All right, fermentation wise.
It's delicious.
Yeah, man.
It's delicious.
Get out of here.
Hey, good stuff,
Doc,
man.
I wish you were there.
No, Willie, I bet your eyes are brown. You know why? Because we know that you're full of it.
Yeah, no, I've done some Warren the Donkey videos, man.
Using that AI again.
Yeah, no, hey, that's good stuff, I'm telling you.
I like when they animate the memes with the AI. It makes me laugh.
Yeah, I get tired of that AI stuff, man. It's junk. A lot of
I try to stay away from it as much as I can.
some of it's good. You got to look at it real hard to decide whether it's real or not.
Yeah, really.
I'm at the point I don't believe anything on the internet at this point that's video form because of how good it's gotten.
It's getting there, man. It really is.
Hey, that was a good song, though, man.
Yeah, you nailed it. Yeah. Ready for the radio.
Yeah.
It'll definitely go down in Censorship Sucks history. Because it's going to be archived.
I like I would change the lyric to say, and buy some pee jugs, boom, 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 right? So it's like, buy some pee jugs. I don't know.
Willie, when are you going to open that ranch for cockroaches in Venezuela now that the market's going to be opening up down there?
We have cockroach rodeos, man.
Yeah, cockroach rodeos. You know, Nina was telling me earlier today that at her work, 3 midgets came in from the midget wrestling that they had. And I was like, oh, my God. She was telling me all about it. She said, that one guy, he was real tiny. I'm like,
yeah, you know that's offensive, man. If you say midget on TikTok, if you say midget on TikTok, they'll ban you.
You
that's hilarious.
People. They're little people.
Yeah, that's the truth. Hey, and midgets don't like it, man. Midgets still want to be called midgets.
That's right.
Yeah,
they got one called.
They want to be called little people or the wee folk.
No, they got a BMMF or something, the baddest MF and midget competition, man. They want to be called midgets. They're like, yeah, I'm proud to be a midget.
It's like that the whole retard argument. Like some people are like, I'm totally I am a retard. I embrace that, and then other people are no, it's bad. It's bad.
And they still got an association for retarded citizens, the ARC.
Yep. I'm from the education world, so when we use that word, it's a technical term, not like, you know what I mean? Like, I grew up with it like that, so.
Yeah.
But like, it's fun. It's funny when people still freak out about words. I laugh.
Yeah, but I watched that video over and over again from all the different angles of that woman up there in Minnesota, and I went back and forth about who was right and who was wrong and all this. Man, I finally come to the determination that woman, she went up there for no other reason than to just start shit. Yes. And I ain't necessarily saying she got what she deserved, but I don't feel real bad awful about her, man.
I'm not going to get shot by an ICE agent tonight. I'm not going to go fuck
with them.
Yeah,
try to run them over. Anyway, I appreciate you guys, man. We'll talk at you next time.
Have a good night.
I'll holler at you.
Hey, do that, man.
Oh,
we're going to Red Lobster together sometime.
3, 2,
no thanks, shooter.
1, and you are back live and on the radio side for the final segment right now.
Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Hour 2 of the Censorship Sucks Roundtable Radio Show, Sunday night edition, January 11th, 2026. Man, it is the new year. We're getting into it now, Doc, right?
Oh, yes. It's
the 11th, yeah. We're
getting ready to run now. It'll be February before we know it. Valentine's Day will be here. Yep.
Mm-hmm. I don't even have to think about what year it is when I write checks now.
Yeah, that's good. That means
we're that far into it.
You're far ahead now. You've gone through the 7-day window where you have to figure it out.
We're in it too. 2026 is going to be a fascinating year. It really is. It's shaping up already to just be a gangbuster. I mean, if the news pace keeps up with what we've seen over the last 11 days, this year is going to be insane.
Yeah, it's going to be even more wild, I think, than last year. And last year, first 6 months of last year were pretty wild. I think if we hit it hard like that again, I don't know. People might get burned out. I noticed there are some people that just can't handle this much stuff coming at them, and they've kind of tuned out. Have you experienced any of that?
Yeah, this is. We were getting a lot of that going into the end of last year, with people kind of getting off of all the politics and like, who cares? It's like not, there's no elections coming anytime soon. Let's just talk about life. Now, though, it seems to be more about like what happened in Venezuela and Iran and, Greenland and God, like we talked earlier about the UK teaming up with Australia and Canada to try to, censor Elon Musk and Twitter, a lot of stuff coming at us. We can't, lower our guard. It might get boring from time to time, but man, that's important stuff. When we talk about like interfering with people around the world's free right to have access to information.
Yeah.
That's a big deal.
Yes, it is.
And they call Trump the fascist dictator, the king, and applaud Canada when they, ban X, right?
Yeah.
Well, they're good. They're the good people.
Yeah. It's very weird how that flipped very quickly in 2020, and it's just not gone back the other way.
Yeah.
They are so authoritarian on the left and from the legacy system. They're so authoritarian with speech, especially in Europe. It's a dangerous times, but yes, that's why we have to keep people informed, because if people don't know what's going on, they could be caught off guard by a lot of this.
So last week we were talking about Venezuela and the attacks that we did down there. We were wondering, why didn't they shoot at any of these helicopters and whatnot? We were kind of curious, like what, it seems like it was easy. No one injured and from America, no, plane shot, nothing. And I don't know, did you hear this interview the other day with one of these key, like, military leaders on the ground in Venezuela and his take on what happened? Because I'm going to read from the Gateway Pundit here. It's amazing stuff. Yeah,
I heard about this. Go ahead.
He said, quote, "On the day of the operation, we didn't hear anything coming. We were on guard, but suddenly all of our radar systems were shut down without any explanation. The next thing we saw were drones, a lot of drones flying all over our positions. We didn't know how to react. After those drones appeared, some helicopters arrived, but there were very few. I think barely 8 helicopters from those helicopter soldiers came down, but a very small number, maybe 20 men. But those men were technologically very advanced. They didn't look like anything we fought against before. And then the battle began, the interviewer asked. Yes, but it was a massacre. We were hundreds, but we had no chance. They were shooting with such precision and speed, it seemed like each soldier was firing 300 rounds per minute. We couldn't do anything, the witness said. And your own weapons, didn't they help? The interviewer asked. No help at all, because it just wasn't the weapons. At one point, they launched something, I don't know how to describe it. It was like a very intense sound wave. Suddenly, I felt like my head was exploding from the inside. We all started bleeding from our nose. Some were vomiting blood. We fell to the ground, unable to move. Those 20 men, without a single casualty, killed hundreds of us. We had no way to compete with their technology, their weapons. I swear I've never seen anything like it. We couldn't even stand up after that sonic weapon, or whatever it was, the eyewitness said. White House Press Secretary Karen Leavitt appeared to validate the eyewitness's claim and said, stop what you're doing and read this. So White House is confirming that that's kind of how it went down. 20 men, it seemed like they were shooting 300 bullets a minute with absolute accuracy.
Yeah. I mean, it's a great story. It's a fantastic story. It makes certainly going to make third world communists very scared. I doubt its veracity. But
yeah,
it's not so much that we didn't go in there with superior technology to a country that hasn't improved their military since 1999. That I have no doubt of. I guarantee you the U.S. military, aside from maybe Russia, has the superior technology when it comes to military. But the idea that we went in there and it was some magical experience that was never seen before, I just doubt that. This sounds a lot like a very well-crafted narrative that they want to scare people with. And I mean, it's not that, I mean, it's not that any of these technologies don't exist. I'm not arguing any of that. It just, the way it was said, the way it's being promoted, the lack of verification, it really sounds like a narrative that it's, a propaganda tool. It sounds like it to me.
Yeah. It's okay. The sonic weapon, I totally believe.
Oh, they exist. They've existed for 25 years. Yeah.
And it's a perfect place to use one, in that kind of a situation. Just take everybody out all at once with one pull of a trigger and boom, they're all, bleeding out their nose and holding their ears and laying on the ground screaming.
Yeah. LRADs have been around for a long time. Yeah.
So then it comes to these, 20 super soldiers firing with perfect precision at 300 rounds a minute. Do we have that technology? Well, it would have to be drones. It'd have to be AI assisted something, they're not aiming at that speed and accuracy.
Right? No, they have these, there's a digital helmet thing that they have that Lucky Palmer, the guy who he's a military contractor, but he's a younger guy, and so he goes on Rogan all the time, and he was on there demonstrating one of these helmets that help them auto target using AI, so that like the AI in the helmet targets for you, and all you have to do is move your gun and you just pull the trigger and it targets for you. All of this technology exists. It's just the way that the story was told and the way that they put it out there. It's one of those things like, this is more about scaring other people than it is what really happened. I think they bribed some people on the ground to turn off the air things, because they've arrested some of those people in Venezuela. But that's just my, thoughts on the subject.
Yeah, or to, maybe even cover their cowardice to some degree, just, so it was so horrible, and really it just, everyone was scared to death,
Absolutely. Yeah, of course.
And you can't discount that. There's a lot of things that happen in the fog of war, and this is definitely the fog of war, but it's an interesting story to come out.
Oh, yeah. Look, I have no doubt our military could do something like that if it actually chose to do so. I have no doubt. It's just the way that the way that it was done very much seems like an exaggeration to, like you said, to CYA a bunch of things, cover people on the ground, cover up for the communists, like, oh, we couldn't have done anything. We couldn't have, collaborators protecting them. There's all kinds of reasons to exaggerate a story like this and make it sound this way. But I have no doubt that we were completely superior to them in every way.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, I know you've got a couple feel-good stories, and so I'll just throw a quick one out there as well. Let's see. This headline here is saying that Bill and Hillary Clinton are expected to appear before Congress this week to testify on Epstein ties, and they will face contempt of Congress charges if they don't show up. So, little feel-good story.
Heck yeah, I love to hear that stuff. More people being held accountable. Yeah. That is one of the big things people voted for. It's actually, according to the polling, number 4 on people's list is accountability for the leadership. The people that have done us wrong. That's a big one. That's a huge. Look, these are the positive stories that aren't breaking through all of the negative stuff, right? Another one, really awesome one. RFK Jr. finally got the vaccine schedule changed, and we have reduced it from the 70, I think it was 72 vaccines that you got, to down to
as a baby,
11.
as an infant.
Yeah, down to 11. And that's
fantastic.
That is a huge win for Maha. This is something that they should have done a press conference on personally, but I think it's one of those things that there are still a lot of people who are trusting of the medical industry and don't realize the monetary influence behind vaccines. And so this is huge for health. It should make young children a lot healthier going forward, for sure.
And I've always thought that 78, you're kidding me. You know what I mean? Like, that's just overkill. That's like you say, big pharma making money. They make $100 off each one of those. So take it down to 11. 11 sounds like an actual realistic number. You got the big ones and most of the little ones, and now you're covered, and you don't have to take 1 million vaccines in the process and just experimental this and that, and God only knows what's in it.
And they absolutely used real science to make the decision. They said, okay, here are the ones that we know are absolutely effective and are good for the health of the child long term. And those are the only ones that we recommend. Everything else still available if you feel like you want to give your kid a hepatitis C shot when they're an infant. I guess you still can, but it's not necessary, and you probably shouldn't for the long-term health of your baby. And that's just a huge positive news that came out of the administration this week. Absolutely.
Yeah. And I mean, something like hepatitis B as an infant, is the immunity even going to exist when you get to the age where you might need immunity from hepatitis B, like in your 20s? You know what I mean?
Right. Yeah. Yeah. I don't know any infants that plan on shooting up heroin later today. I'm not aware of it.
Or getting a tattoo or whatever. Yeah.
Yeah. It was always odd, that one. That never made any sense to me. I'm like, that's a blood-borne, basically sexually or drug-induced virus. Like, I don't understand why you would give that to children. And they even screen the mothers for it. So it doesn't make sense. Like, it was purely a money grab. That was, anyway, very good on RFK. And that comes on the heels of him doing some of the food pyramid change and some of those other things. So there's still really good stuff coming out of RFK Jr. and Maha movement that Trump brought into the administration. And then the other thing that I heard that was really, really good news. Of course, you've heard about the affordability crisis, and really the one big thing that a lot of millennials and Zoomers, the older Zoomers in their 20s, are complaining about is housing affordability. And a while back,
I know you're going.
Trump they suggested that Trump put Freddie Mae and Fannie Mac up for public auction or public IPO to be on the stock exchange. And he chose to keep them private. And he's now taking the assets that they hold and using them to buy bonds, mortgage bonds, to bring down the mortgage rates. And this is a $200 billion liquidity injection into the mortgage bond market, which, look, we have this system, we have the monetary system we do. This is a huge move, a huge signal to those people complaining about housing affordability that he hears you and he's trying to make moves. And that's a big deal for midterms.
And I would add to it that he also, I don't know if it was an executive order or just a statement of intent, that he wants to eliminate the ability of companies like BlackRock to be buying residential real estate.
Yeah.
In lieu of actual letting it go to the market and letting people buy it instead of big corporate the biggest corporation on the planet buying it,
Yeah, and that is a huge market that was set to expand, and that's a big deal as well. Absolutely.
Yeah. And they talk about they've done studies where they look at neighborhoods that, a big chunk of the people that live there, or the homes are owned by BlackRock, and they just get rented out. Nobody cares. You know what I mean? The lawn maintenance, all that stuff, you're a renter, you just don't care as much as if you own the place.
Yep.
And so the values go down, and it's just all over pretty much negative for everyone involved. When it would be much better if those people weren't renting, but actually taking that rent money every month and paying down a mortgage with it.
Yep. And in the current system that we have, that ability to buy and own a home is a foundational piece of financial freedom in this country.
It is. Yeah. It's the best way to make real, tangible, lifelong wealth.
Yeah.
Is the ownership of a home.
Yep. And it's been out of reach for a long time. I think the average home buyer age now is 40 years old.
Mm. And it's all over the Western world, all these civilized, you look at England, you look at, Europe, you look at Canada, North America, Australia, it's the same everywhere.
Yeah.
It's just all through the roof, crazy expensive, and nobody of young ages is able to penetrate that market or get into it. It's shocking, I mean, I remember some of the home prices back when, when I was a kid growing up. Heck, 40, 50 grand would buy you a pretty decent house in the suburbs.
Oh yeah, if I remember when I was, I think it was early 2000s, right around the 9/11 event, sometime around there. Mm-hmm. My buddy was looking at distressed properties that were on tax sale, and if you went and did some of these auctions, you could get a home that was in pretty good condition for 10 grand at auction. That doesn't exist anymore. Wow. Those auction houses are going for 150,000, 250,000, 300,000. I mean, it's insane how much the ability to get into the market has been taken away by the increase in price of property.
It is. And, it's just made it difficult to even start families. We talk about the number of kids Americans are having and how, low it is. And, they can tack that up to, feminism and this and that and whatever. And it's really, at the end of the day, you a young man, you fall in love and you think, I'd love to marry this woman, but I can't even come close to affording it.
Yeah.
Heck, I got to come up with 3 months salary just for a ring, and I'm 22. Yeah. 3 months salary for a ring.
Yep.
It's just overwhelming. And then a house down payment, after you bought the ring, now you got to think about the house down payment, and you're, years out from that, if ever.
Yeah. And that's
very discouraging.
That's why the age of child birth and the age of homeownership have kept going up and up and up and up. I think the average age of having a child now, I think, is in the high 20s. So, I mean, that's when it gets to that level, things are very bad at the foundational level in your economy. And Trump making efforts to show people he's working on that, we know it's not going to fix instantly, but showing that there's movement on that ground level is hugely important for the midterms. Because if we don't win the midterms, all of this gets reversed, unfortunately.
Yeah. And a lot of the baby boomer generation is very wealthy with real estate,
Yes.
And as over the next decade or so, as they start aging, we're going to see a lot of those homes coming into the market. And who's going to buy them? They've got this portfolio and they've got everything mapped out and how they can live, but it all boils down to their home being worth $1.5 million.
Yeah.
that they paid the mortgage off, a decade ago, but it's free and clear, but it's still $1.5 million that they need to get out of that home. And who's going to be there to buy it? It just makes you wonder who's going to have that $1.5 million to buy a 2-bedroom home, 15 minutes out of Boston or whatever.
Yeah, and that's a big concern as well, because if you have a bunch of homes hit the market at the same time, then the fact that that home investment is a base layer of our economy causes all kinds of second order consequences. So it's better to get that under control now before we hit that big bubble in like 10 years when most of the boomers have passed on or moved into nursing homes or care facilities, because that's where we're headed.
Or even just out of the house and into an apartment somewhere, where you don't have to mow the lawn or worry about any of the maintenance and, that comes with the house, right?
Yeah.
You just, at some point, you're like, I don't want to do this anymore. There's no need to, we don't need a 4-bedroom house,
Yeah, it's a shame that boomers had that extended family kind of pushed out of them culturally. It's a shame, because what would have been the best thing for boomers to do is to buy all these big, beautiful, fancy houses and move their families in with them and keep them closer and build up your community.
Yeah.
And that just hasn't happened. It's very sad, unfortunately. It's that's what we're in the situation.
There's a taboo. There's a taboo out there for grown-ups who live with their parents. And it doesn't have to be that way. It isn't that way in most countries,
Well, I'm trying to change it with my family. I plan on living with my son and his wife and helping them raise kids and multi-generational home. That's the plan. So
cool. And they're good with this?
Oh yeah,
you told them about it?
Oh yeah,
good.
They live here now. Yeah, absolutely. We talked about it when they were kids. So.
So let's. Is that all the good stuff, or do you have any more?
Well, and the other one we talked about a little bit earlier, but Scott Bessent has decided to form a special tactical unit made up of IRS agents, fraud groups, not DEA, the other one, Marshals, I think. Anyway, there's a group of people, and they're going to be under the new assistant AG to go after fraud in all 50 states, especially the welfare, housing, and Medicaid fraud. So that's a big.
That's fantastic.
Deal. Yeah, that's like a $2 trillion a year estimated fraud in our government, and if they can start whittling that away, that's huge for the economy.
And it's the Keith Ellison is the Attorney General in Minnesota, the famous Antifa Attorney General.
Yeah,
who was tight with Barack Obama and all that. As far left as they get, and you can't tell me they didn't know this was going on. Billions and billions of dollars to the state of Minnesota just getting washed away, and much of it sent overseas. I mean, we saw those articles about the guys that would show up every week with suitcases full of cash to fly to fly out of the country, and Boko Haram and all these different terrorist Al-Shabaab agencies that were potentially getting a lot of this money.
Yeah.
So they're stealing it right out of the coffers of Minnesota. It's intended for hungry kids. And it ends up in the hands of drug lords in Northern Africa.
Yep.
And you can't tell me that these guys didn't know. So why does the federal government have to go in and do this? Because, again, a lot of this is state fraud. The government, federal government matches it to a large degree, but much of this comes right down to the state. And they should be accountable for what's happening in their states. But if it's a leftist state, if it's a sanctuary state, they don't care, and they'll let it go forever. So it's great to see something happening here, man.
Yeah, it's a form of wealth distribution to them, so they have no problem with it.
Yeah, and buying votes.
Yep. Oh, that's the added gravy on top.
Yeah, you're importing and buying votes. But just paid for loyal votes. Ilhan Omar will never lose in an election. I mean, she's probably going to get deported for, fraud.
I hope so. Fingers crossed. I hope she gets denaturalized and deported. That would be great. That would get him like 3%, 4% in the polls for midterms. I guarantee it.
Yeah, it would. I mean, the left would freak out. They'd hate him for even more than they hate him today. But you know what? It'd be legal, and it'd be above the books, and there'd be no reasonable doubt whatsoever what happened.
And
she married her brother.
And the people that are going to run the country in 20 years are all for it. So let's make those people happy, because the people who are going to be upset about it are the 65-year-old gray hairs that are out protesting the ICE raids right now. That's who's mad. Those people aren't going to vote for Trump no matter what. So who cares what they think?
The people that watch Rachel Maddow and think it's news. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Those people are never ever going to be on our side. So let's not worry about them being mad. Let's fix this country.
Exactly. But when we look to the last bit of news, I guess we'll cover, it's a little more on the sour side. Trump has mentioned that he's stopped so much of the drugs coming in by sea, like a large percentage of it. Now it's time to focus on land. And he's not ruling out the fact that they may use military force in another country, and then in the next breath mention Mexico specifically. A spokesman for Mexican's ruling party claims cartels are one of the nation's largest employers, and they can't do much about it. How are we going to feed the people, so-and-so,
Yeah, I mean, when you got a country that's run by the cartel, that kind of happens. I mean, I mean, I would prefer, if he's going to do the some land stuff against the cartels in Mexico, I would love for him to wait until after midterms, because I think if he keeps going at this pace, he's going to turn off a group of people that he could really use on his side in the midterms. That's my only fear.
Yeah.
And like, I don't really, like, as far as me personally, I'm going to be fine. I'll do what I need to do to survive in whatever world I end up in. But I'm concerned about the rest of the country falling into chaos if we don't get this stuff solved. If we get Democrats back in again, it could be very, very bad. We could turn into Europe in 4 years. And I just don't want that.
If he tried to set a precedent that said, anything within an hour's drive of the border is going to be sort of a no-go zone for cartels, drug, warehouses, processing, storage, transportation hubs. Because the U.S., Army, Navy, Air Force, Marines know exactly where all of those things are. They know that this is a storage facility for, fentanyl, and here's where they process it over here. And if you're going to move that stuff right up on our border and do it, 4 miles over the border, I say you're a fair target.
Yeah, a lot of people agree with you. A lot of people agree with you.
Yeah.
It's just, I'm worried about there's so much of it going on. But we'll see where it plays out. But I mean, listen, once we take care of the cartels in Mexico, we're going to have to turn our vision north if that's what we're doing, because that's where all of our fentanyl in Oregon comes from. It comes right over the Canadian border out of the ports in Vancouver.
Yep, and that's another story for another day, I guess.
Yeah.
What's going on in Canada. Where can people find you online, Doc?
You can always follow me at Doctor420. That's Doctor with an E, on Rumble, Minds, and of course the Twitterverse. Although I am suspended right now for the rest of the week.
On the Twitterverse.
Yeah. I made a comment to my local politician that wasn't very nice.
Oh, well, good for you. A Portland politician, right?
Oh yes.
Yeah. Well, I don't know how you're supposed to be nice, but
yeah.
I digress. Anyway, folks, be nice on Twitter. Don't be like Doc.
Yeah, don't do that.
All right, so Doctor420 over on the Twitter machine. Folks, thanks so much for listening. I am Censorship Sucks. I'm your host. You can find me over at minds.com/censorshipsucks. You can also find me over on Discord at Censorship Sucks, but we'll get into that in more detail down the road. Thanks, everyone, so much for listening. We're all out of time, but we will see you on Wednesday night.
Ciao.
Great show,
Ciao,
guys.
bella.
Great show. Do you want to do an after show?
All right.
If you guys,
I
gonna
got to
stick
make
around?
some dinner, so I got to get out of here. But you guys have a good one.
Yep.
That's fine with me, because I got a big day tomorrow. All right. So, in the
Hey,
morning.
man. Thanks for the production.
Absolutely, get this up and out like I always do. And we
All right.
will, if you are on Kick, we will be hosting over to the Great Conspiracy. So stick around, folks. Help him out. He's got great stream over there, and he always supports me here. Appreciate each and every one of you. And he talks a lot about, and his stream talks a lot about what we talk about. That's why I usually host over to him. All right. Do 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 do.